Hello and welcome again to my YouTube channel, and this is the second video where we'll be learning Microsoft Excel from the very basic. Okay, in the first video where I have described all the fundamentals, the basics of Microsoft Excel, how to make calculation in direct and direct calculation, the ways and methods. So here we'll be using them. Here we'll bring them into action, we must say, or we'll be utilizing them, how to apply them in our daily task. So to make things simple and easy, I'll create one simple marksheet report, suppose for a classroom, okay, where all the students will be listed and their subject marks and all this. We'll be creating it here. See, I'll I always try to make keeps things simple and easy, so in easy way you can learn it better, and your concept should be clear. It doesn't matter what sheet you're creating. If I create the complex sheets or something like that, you'll not be able to understand. So clear the concept. It's better to make things simple and easy. So let's move towards our mark sheet. Okay, so we'll be giving the headings. For example, we'll start with the roll number. That's the mandatory one of the classrooms thing that we had it, and the student's name. So the next thing we'll give the subject heading, for example, subject of English, maths, science, and we'll give social studies. Okay, so we'll start with 4 subjects over here. Now I'll be teaching you in this sheet many tips and tricks also. So for example, now here all the cells have the same height and width. Okay, how to change them? For example, roll number, we want to change it to minimize it to the length of, for example, 3 or 4 character, width of 3 to 4 characters. How to do that? We'll just simply drag the right border of that column. We'll click here, and the mouse shape, pointer shape, will change into a cross sign. We'll click it and drag to left, so this column's width will reduce. Okay, and in the same way, in the name column, we will just drag it into right, so this column width will change into uh, bigger width. For example, this is one of the ways, and there's another way, which is by clicking on that columns, uh, on that column, right. Okay, this column will be selected completely, then right click and click on column width. Here you will denote it with the number, define it with the number. For example, we're going to have a width of 30 characters. Okay, so to change the width, this is how to change a one column width. If you want, what if you want to change the width of all these subjects? Okay, how to do that? You will select all of them. How? You will click on the alphabet here and drag it till G, for example. Okay, then the same method, you can use the right extreme border and drag them to the right to increase it. All the columns width will increase, or drag them to the left so that the selected columns width will decrease. Or you can right click here, column width, and define it like you want to have it in 10 or higher or lower, whatever you like. This is the another way how to resize the columns width. And also there is one more way. For example, in English, uh, the heading, it has different number of characters. In maths different, and social studies is bit bigger. You can see it's the E and S are overlapping the border. So how to resize them as per according to their own width, the characters mentioned written on that particular cell or column. You will simply select all. Okay, and just right click on their left click, double click it on the right border. How? Just like this. So it will resize it again. You can see here maths column is little bit smaller than the science, and social studies is a bigger one because there are too many characters. So I hope so these small tips you will carry on. I'll zoom it so we'll get a better look towards it. Okay, this is how you will resize the width. And the size, the height of the column also you can change it by just clicking on the bottom border of the row, just like here. The mouse pointer will change into cross. Click it and drag it down. Okay, and the same thing here, you can double click it so it will resize as per the size of the characters in it. And also you can click the complete row, right click, and here it will show the option of row height. The complete row's height will change into whatever row we will give. And same way, if you want to change the height of all the rows here in our sheet, you will click all of them, right click, and give the row height. For example, instead of 15.75, we'll make it 18, so it will change for all of it. Okay, these are the simple ways how to do them. Now moving towards our sheet, we'll give the roll numbers. For example, whatever you need, roll number 2, the person's name is, let's say, Mark Bulligan. In English, out of 100 he got 65, very good in English. In maths he's a champ, so he got 95. In science he's average, 70. Social studies he got 65. Okay, and same way we'll go for our second student, roll number 6, and his name Ali. And in English he is 70, maths 80, science we'll give him like 80. Okay, social studies 75. All the subject, I will pause the video, I'll create a list of around 10 students and we'll continue with it. Yeah, so here I have created some number of students here, around 8 students we have. Okay, their name, English, maths, science, and social studies marks. Now we are going to have a column named obtained marks, and total marks, capital one, total marks. Okay, and the last one has percentage. Here we'll resize the columns. I'll select all and I'll right click on the right border, so all will be resized according matching the number of characters in that particular column. So here we'll go for the obtain marks. Now here you remember in the first video I introduced the indirect calculation. I defined it very well, I think, and now we will apply it here. We'll go with the mode converter, and here we want to calculate, we want to sum the English, maths, science, and social studies marks. So there are different ways, but I'll go with the basic ones because this is the basic class, and also I'll try to show you some ways where instead of entering the column's name, we'll just move over to that with the mouse pointer, and with the arrow keys we will reach them. First way, we'll enter the column's name, which is C2 here, and plus D2 plus E2, okay, and so on with F2. So here it will calculate, it will give us the sum, and if we, in case we will change their obtained marks, the total obtained marks will also be changed. We'll press enter, it will give us his total obtained marks. Okay, and total marks, let's say about each subject has 100 of total marks, maximum marks, so it will become 400. We'll type it directly here, and now we'll go for the second way, which I said to calculate. We'll give the mode converter, okay, and we'll use our arrow keys to reference them. How? We'll left arrow will come here to C3, plus again the left arrow to D2. Instead of entering the names, I'll use the arrow keys plus to the F, calculating all the subjects here. Okay, the result will be displayed. Now the third way, we'll use the mode converter and we'll use our mouse pointer. We'll click on the C2 plus, then click on the D2 plus E2 plus F2. This is one more way to utilize it. Okay, that is giving us the result, and there is one enhanced way. We will teach it, we'll check it in later. upcoming videos, because I believe that if we will keep the things simple and not too much complicated or not overloaded, then we can learn better. In one session, if we will be looking for multiple things, multiple options, then we might get bouncers some, yeah, it will go through our head without understanding them. So one thing more I'll teach you. For example, if you want to use the same formula which is here written in all the cells, how to do that? Just make Control C. This in Mac I think it's Command C, Control C, and select the cells where you want to have this particular formula and press Enter or Control V. So these cells have the same mathematical equation which we have applied it here. How to check them? When we will click on that particular cell here, it will show what formula was entered. This is one way. Another way, we can double click it. It will be displayed in the same cell what was entered, and we can modify it. And also another way, when we'll click on that particular cell here, okay, press escape to come out or enter. We'll click on the particular cell and we will press F2, the functional keys which are on the top left of the keyboard, okay, keyboard line. We'll press F2. That will open up the cell with the formulas inside here. And if you want to change anything, for example, if you want to drag, we can simply drag it, click here and drag the formula to another cell, okay, or we can type and make modification inside in it, so we can play around with it. Now here I'll press enter. I don't want to add, modify it. That's all. We go through it. Now we made copy, simple copy, but the cell numbers Microsoft Excel will change it automatically because this formula was applied here to calculate all these, but when we copied it here, it will automatically take the one on the next row here. Okay, this is how Microsoft Excel deals in advanced way here. Now going to the total marks, we can do the same. We can Control C copy, or we can click here on the bottom right corner of that cell, which will, our mouse pointer will change into a plus sign. Click on it and just drag it till the end here, so it will be copied on all. Okay, now moving towards percentage formula. Basically, when I used to learn, I kept it simple, like obtained marks divided by total marks multiplied by 100. That will give us our percentage. So how to go for it? The mode converter. So what are the obtained marks here in the cell G2 divided by total marks and multiplied by 100. Here we are not using brackets. Why? Because in mathematical there is a rule, I think, called arithmetic rule or something. I'm not sure, I don't remember it. I'm sorry for that, but it's as per that. And mathematical expression, equation, the system, or we, if there is no bracket, we have to solve first the division, then the multiplication, then the addition, and at the end subtraction. This is how they are arranged. So here what we need first, the obtained marks to be divided by total marks, then multiplied by 100, and without using any brackets. The system, the calculation method in Excel or the mathematical rule is doing the same thing, so we are not applying any brackets here. And even if you will apply the brackets, the result will not change, it will remain the same. So we'll press enter, it will give us the percentage. Now there is no percentage sign here. We can apply the percentage sign, and how to apply them I will be teaching you in the next row here. See, we can copy the same formula by Control C or Command C, and we can drag all over here and press enter, so it will be copied. And but I want to teach you one another way where it will bring up the percentage sign. How to bring that percentage sign? Here in the home menu, if you will see here, you can find the dollar sign, percentage, comma, and to reduce zeros and to add zeros. How to use that? Here we will utilize here the percentage sign. Now here we have applied the formula, and if I click on the percentage sign, the result will change little bit. How it will do like this, it will increase it. Okay, why? Because it will again multiply the whole result into 100. So we'll do Control Z, go back to the previous result. If we want to apply it with the percentage sign, if you want to denote it with the percentage sign, how to do that? Same formula, obtain marks divided by total marks. Don't multiply it 100, just press enter. Okay, and you'll click on the percentage sign, so it will give us the result in this way. It will multiply it by 100 by itself. So one more way, for example, I'll select the complete cells where I want to have a output of percentage. I'll delete what we have written before. After selecting, I'll click on the percentage. Okay, now all are denoted as percentage. You can see here it is changed to percentage. Okay, in normal it will change to general, so now it is in percentage. Now, as we know, if we have applied this percentage, we have denoted it as a percentage, how we don't have to multiply it with 100. So we'll give a percentage formula, which is obtain marks divided by total marks, and press enter. That will give us our percentage achieved. Okay, so now we can copy it and drag it down till the end. That's the percentage mentioned. It's not giving us any zeros. We can come here, keep your mouse, it will show what this particular option is going to do. It says decrease decimal, or here in increase decimal. If you click on increase decimal, it will increase the last digit, and if you click it again, it will give 2 digits after the decimal. So it's up to you how you want to have it. Okay, I have explained the method how to utilize it. So I hope so in this tutorial you have learned about how to make a simple sheet. Okay, now you can save it by Control S or save as. What's the difference between save and save as? Save will just save the file, and save as, what it will do, for example, if you're already having a saved file and you click on save as, it will create a duplicate. Okay, each time you go for save as, it will ask you a file name. And second thing here, it's mentioned at the bottom sheet 1. You can increase another sheet in the same file, okay, by clicking on this plus sign. See the mouse, when I will hover it over here, it will show new sheet. Okay, click it, it will create one more sheet. You can go back to the first sheet, and if you want to name this sheet, you can click here, right click, rename, and give it like mark sheet name. Okay, press enter, so it will be changed to mark sheet. Okay, so second thing, if you want to format it, you can format. Simple formatting I will be covering up here. For example, if you want to print it, it will not print on these blocks, this, the shapes of rectangle. It will just print on a white A4 or white paper without any columns or rows. How? I will give you a view. I have not installed a printer, but if you go to view, page layout, okay, it will be printing in this way. We'll go to normal. Okay, we go home, and we can border it like in this. Select all, come here in this home section or home options, and here is the borders. You can apply any border you want. For example, all borders, so all the complete sheet here where we have worked. After selection, which cells you have selected, all will be formatted into borders. Okay, so now when we will print it, it will print with the borders. Okay, that will look better. We can decrease the cell size, okay, as we have defined it before. Second thing, if in the border shape, there are many shapes available here. You can practice trying all of them. Practice will make you expert. Okay, so if you want to change the font face, you can change it here. It's on Calibri. Click it and change it whatever you like to have. Okay, and you can change the entire sheet font face or the selected ones, it's up to you. You can select particular column and change that particular column's shape into something else. It's totally your choice and you can do it. And you can change the font size as well from here. In this option, homes, in front of the font space there is font size. You can select the font size whatever you like to have. The font color here in this menu, if you keep your mouse over here, it will give you the font color. You can change the font color into red or drop down here to any color that you like. Okay, you can change the view into bold, italic, or underline. You can play around with these options, fantasy. Okay, and here this small a and big A, these are to increase or decrease the size of the fonts. How? We'll click on it by clicking, keep on clicking, that will increase the font size and you can bring it back to normal here. Okay, so I hope this is enough for this session. See you soon in the next session. I hope if you like the video, you will subscribe it to keep on learning. Subscribe the channel, give a thumbs up, and if you have any question, any confusion, feel free to contact me. my you can comment below. Okay, I'll be very happy to clear your doubts and your queries. Okay, up to the next video. See you soon. Take care.